Guys, today I have found some very interesting data showing us what to expect here because everyone are talking about the Fed pivot. When are the Fed going to start printing money again? Well, I do have some data about that. I'm going to talk about the massive event coming up tomorrow, which is going to have a massive effect on the markets, of course. I'm going to give you all of the key levels you need to pay attention to right now. So if you're holding any crypto, guys, make sure to stick around. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Guys, let's get straight into it. I hope that you have been having a fantastic day, morning, evening, wherever you are. And what we can see here on the 4-hourly time frame, guys, is that Bitcoin once again made a retest of this orange line. You can see that we did make one test right here, had a weak bounce, made another, actually two touching points here on the orange line. And from this point, we're seeing another bounce. But you can see that this is like, it's making higher highs and equal lows of the orange line here, of course. So we always were expecting this to be a support level for Bitcoin, but this really looks like it wants to go down, guys. Things are not looking super good just by the trend here of making lower highs, being down below the orange box, not being able to stay above this for a prolonged period of time, instead going down, and this is what we got. Now, of course, if we zoom out, we do have some very important key levels. We do have the $18,000 level down here, and I'm just going to show you these because these are going to be respected on the volatility event tomorrow. When we do see Bitcoin fluctuate back and forth, these are at least some levels you should be able to make trading decisions of. Like, as you can see, this downward sloping trend line here, this has been very, very accurate previously. And in fact, when we did see these pumps here up to this level here and up to this level here, I did tell you to be extremely cautious. So this was a very good clue for us. And again, if we do see a positive market reaction, which I'm not ruling out on tomorrow's event, I do believe that this is going to be a significant level of resistance. So be careful trading that volatility tomorrow, guys. Let's move on to traditional markets. Traditional markets are right now sitting on the daily time frame at a very important level. You can see it right here. You know how important this is. This is actually a level we retested previously. From this point, once we tested this, we did see a massive pump for traditional markets. Now, not actually seeing that. So yes, things are not looking as good on traditional markets. This also looks like it wants to break down, guys. So I need to urge a lot of caution right here. For the next few months, this could actually be trending down below this very important $3,600 level on traditional markets. So let's talk about the event tomorrow. Let's talk about the short term for a bit. So again, the core inflation, it's expected to come in at 8.1%, which means it would be going down a bit. Sorry, I'm talking about the regular inflation. The core inflation is expected to go up a bit, but the general inflation is expected to go down a bit. So the general inflation includes food and energy as well. Core inflation does not include that. Now, if we look at the true inflation chart, so this is actually measuring inflation on a day-to-day basis. So this is like updating in real time. And this is showing us that inflation should be coming down actually pretty significantly from September here going into October and also from August. So this is telling us that we could potentially see lower inflation than what the market is expecting here. And in that case, I do think that we're going to have a short-term relief here. So in other words, you have to separate these things. Are you going to look at the charts on or look at the market in terms of the next few hours, the next few days, the next few months or weeks? In the next few days, and from tomorrow, basically, on that event, on the actual data being released, I do believe we could see the inflation actually start to calm down a little bit, just based on what this has been showing us. That does not mean that it's going to be sustained. It doesn't mean that it's going to be by a big amount, but I could see the market react positively short term tomorrow, and because of that, also retesting, of course, the orange box here at 19,800. Testing the cluster of resistance at $20,000. You have the moving averages here as well. Pay attention to these. You can see this moving average was very important right here. Got above it, tried to stay above it, boom, got rejected and straight down from that point. So in other words, could see a little bit of a pump up to the next levels of resistance tomorrow. Could be a good trading opportunity, but then things are looking like they want to come down a little bit lower. But here's the thing, guys. When you look at the medium and long term, these levels, if you look at like the daily chart, you can see that we've been, going down to this $18,000 level. Sometimes we've been going down, we've been bouncing off this, we've been testing it a couple of times. I do not think that we're gonna go much lower than this. This is actually something I've been saying for like, close to 6 months by now, that I don't think that we're gonna go significantly lower than 20K. Like, okay, 17K, 16K, maybe 15K, but I don't think that we're gonna, see prolonged price action at like 12K or 13K or these things like some people have been expecting. If we do come down to these very low levels, I do believe it's going to be quick. I do believe it's going to be bought up very quickly. But we could consolidate like at 17, could consolidate at like 16, 17, something like that. And that would be a very good buying opportunity. So like for me, I'm buying Bitcoin. The lower we go here, I'm buying at these levels. If we go lower, I'm buying again, because I do believe with time, we are going to see the price go up eventually. So this is not a bad buying opportunity for Bitcoin if you're holding for the long term. Short term, pay attention to what I said previously, the levels of resistance. They are not to be messed with, of course. On the macro, Bank of England, as you know, they started their money printer again, and they have been saying, they've been warning the pension funds that they have 3 days to calibrate their holdings, because they are not going to bail out the pension funds again. This is what they're saying. We will see if that is going to be the case. So this will be interesting if they can sustain that, or if they have to resort to money printing again. Another thing I want to show you is what happens when the Fed starts to pivot. So the Fed have been increasing interest rates, and they are likely to increase it a couple of times more. But once they start to cut interest rates again, well, usually what we do see after the first rate cut from the Fed is that we actually do have another crash. So in 1969, we had 20% almost down, 19%. We had 41, we had 16 here in the double dip recession, Gulf War, 4%, dot-com bubble, 40%, great financial crisis, 50% from when they started to cut interest rates. So I do think that now it's going to be a little bit different, simply because, everyone are kind of pricing in the Fed increasing rates, and they're just waiting for that opportunity for when the Fed starts to cut rates, because they know how much money is actually in circulation still and how much money is looking for good investments. Like, they just want to deploy that money. So I don't think that you're gonna see a severe crash like this, but hey, this is what the data is showing us. I just wanted to point that out. As for me, my bots are still doing their job, trading the volatility, trading this range here, established a long while ago. As you know, I was expecting us to go sideways here. That has been a very good trading opportunity, just trading this volatility using the bots here on OKX. And guys, if you want to sign up for OKX, make sure to claim these up to $10,000 using this link right here. Join the trading competition. This is going to show us who the best traders within the community is. You got the leaderboard right here as well to check out where you are currently in the standing. Don't forget to deposit $50 to your trading account to participate in this trading competition. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.